Hello, children, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, English Made Easy by Mrs. Rachna Chakraborty. And today we will be discussing very important topic, tense. So, as we all know, that tense is the basis of grammar, and without tense, we cannot have any grammar. So, today we will very rapidly, in very quick steps, we will revise with our three tenses. So, I hope those who have not yet subscribed to my channel will quickly subscribe to my channel and put your comments in the comment section, and what more you want me to come up with, whichever topic, please do put it in the comment section. So let us start with the tense. So as you all know that tense is derived from the Latin word tempus. Now what is this tempus? Tempus means time. Now, before starting with tense, we need to revise with the basic elements in our sentence. This we need to remember thoroughly before starting with the tense. So, which are the basic elements in a sentence? Subject and verbs. These are the two basic elements in a sentence. Now, which are the forms of verbs? This is also very important. To do your tense, we need to know the forms of verbs. So, the different forms of verbs, the first form of verb is the present form, for example, go. Second form of verb is the past form, example, went. Third form of verb is past participle, example, gone. Fourth form of verb is present participle, going. Fifth form of verb is present tense plural, goes. Sixth form of verb is the infinitive form of verb, which is, for example, to plus the verb, to go. So these are the six different forms of verb. Very important are the first four forms of verb which we need it in our tenses. So you need to remember thoroughly the first four forms of verb, though the fifth and the sixth are also important when we are doing our tense. So let us move on with our tenses. So now we will know a little about the subject before moving on to the tense. You can see a small table which I created for you all, singular and the plural. First person singular I and first person plural is we. Second person singular is you and second person plural remains the same, you. Third person singular is he, she, it, and third person plural is they. Now starting with the tenses, as we all know that tense indicates time. So time is in three different slots: the present time, the past time, and the future time. So when we are talking about simple present tense means subject plus verb first form or the verb fifth form. So I hope you all remember in the previous slide which we did, the verb first form and also the verb fifth form. You need to refer those who already forgot. So let us see some examples. I go, we go, you go, and they go. He goes. See, when the person changes, the verb too changes. For verb fifth form and verb first form are changed as per the subject. Please refer to the previous slide. I have given your subjects and I have also given the verb forms. He goes, she goes, it goes. Next example. I don't go in negation. How do we use it? With the negative. We don't go, you don't go, they don't go. He does not go, she does not go, it does not go. Then in the question form, an interrogative sentence, do I go? Do we go? Do you go? And do they go? Now, when we are using the sentence with the auxiliary verb does, so the sentence changes, it becomes does he go and consecutively. Coming to present continuous tense. Continuous means something which is not yet completed. So present continuous tense is in the form of subject plus the auxiliary verbs. You can see here I have used am, is, are. So children, you need to remember these auxiliary verbs which are used in present continuous tense. Subject plus am, is, are plus verb fourth form. I hope you remember which is the verb fourth form. Verb plus ing. That is the present continuous form. For example, I am going. Then in negation it becomes I am not going. In question it becomes am I going? He is going. When the subject changes, he is not going. Now in the question form, is he going? You are going. You are not going. Are you going? I have only read out the one with you, but there are similarly you can make the sentence by changing the subject. So this is basically the form of present continuous tense. Please remember the first line which I have given. This will make it easier for you to find out the present continuous tense in the sentence. Coming to the present perfect tense, the form is subject plus have had, has plus verb third form or the past participle form. Example, I have made it. He has made it. I have not made it. He has not made it. Have I made it? Has he made it? Now coming to present perfect continuous tense. Here again you have to remember this line, children. I am always giving you after writing the tense, the first line is what you have to keep in mind. Subject plus has have plus been plus verb fourth form, that is the ing form. Has and have and been is very important. I have been reading. He has been reading. I have not been reading. He has not been reading. Have I been reading? Has he been reading? So coming to simple past tense, this is very easy. We are talking about the time which has already passed. So the verb will be in the second form, that is the past form ending with d, ed or some irregular verbs. Subject plus verb second form. I have given you very simple examples, children. This will make it very easy for you to remember how to take out the past tense in a sentence. I went. We went. So accordingly, you can change with the subjects. Second example, with the negation, I did not go. When the negation comes, children, you need to use the auxiliary verb did. I did not go. Then in question also, did I go? Now, children, coming to past continuous tense, that means something which has happened in the past and is still continuing, not yet completed, is your past continuous tense. This line, the second line, always, I told you earlier also, is very, very important. Subject plus was, where plus verb fourth form, and verb fourth form is what? It is verb plus ing, present participle form, which we call it. So please remember this line: subject plus was, where plus verb fourth form. Examples, some very easy examples. I was going, he was going. Now in negation it becomes I was not going. And in question form, interrogative, was I going? And when we change the person, it becomes you were going, they were not going, were you going? So you can see singular and plural, the verbs to change. Please keep a track. Was is used with singular, were is used with plural subject. Coming to the next form of the past tense, past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus verb third form or the past participle. Had plus verb third form. Children, please remember there is a slight difference, but that makes a vast difference. So you need to remember that slight difference. In present perfect tense it is has and have. In past perfect tense it is had plus the past participle. Please remember this, children. Example I've given you again. I had made it. In negation form, I had not made it. In question form, had I made it? So this is your past perfect tense. Now coming to past perfect continuous tense, what is the form? Subject plus had plus been plus verb fourth form. What is verb fourth form? Verb plus ing. Example, I had been reading. I had not been reading. Had I been reading? So this is your past perfect continuous tense. Coming to your simple future tense. Children, what is this future tense? Children, I hope you'll remember what is future tense. Something which will happen in the future, has not yet happened, but will happen in the future. That is called simple future tense. Now, what is the form of simple future tense, children? You have subject and you have shall, will, and together with that, the verb in the first form. So you need to remember what is verb in the first form? Present form of the verb. So how will we write the sentence? I will go. And if it is in the negation form, I will not go. And if I'm asking it in the question, will I go? So accordingly, you will change the subject. And you can see I've given you ample of examples there. So if you read that, you will understand how the verbs change. But present tense, in simple future tense, you need to remember that we are talking about something which has not yet happened. Coming to future continuous tense. What is future continuous tense? Something which is in the future but is still going on in the future form. So what will be the form of the verb, children? Just look into the next line. Subject plus shall be or will be plus verb fourth form. Verb plus ing. Example, I shall be going. I will be going. So children, here you can see I have used shall be and will be. Now earlier there was restrictions that shall will be used with singular and will be used with plural. But now you don't have any changes such. Then you have the next form, the negation. I will not be going. In question form, will I be going? So I hope you have understood what is future continuous tense. Now coming to future perfect tense, you can see the form very nicely. Second line subject plus shall will or and have plus verb third form. For example, I will have finished it. He will have finished it. In negation, it will go to I will not have finished it. He will not have finished it. And the third question form, will I have finished it? Will he have finished it? So that is your future perfect tense. Future perfect continuous tense. The form here is very simple. You just need to remember subject plus shall, will, plus have, plus been, plus verb fourth form. Example, I will have been reading. So children, something in the future which is perfect and continuing, that is your future perfect continuous tense. He will have been reading. I will not have been reading. He will not have been reading. Will I have been reading? Will he have been reading? So now children, let me remind you here, future perfect tense is now not used recently. According to the research, there cannot be a tense which is in the future, which we never saw it. And it will be perfect also as well as continuous. So this tense right now is not applicable. But you need to know what is this future perfect continuous tense. But it is not advisable to use in your writing skills this tense, because the sentence formed by using this tense becomes incorrect grammatically. So try to avoid using this tense in your sentence. Now, questions which can be asked in your board exams. I've taken out only 2 examples, but you can have many more. You will get questions like this: identify the tense or change it into past perfect tense. For example, I've given you she has been teaching since 1998. Identify the tense. Change the given sentence from one tense to the other. This is the second type of question. She left for Mumbai yesterday. So it can be asked, change it to past perfect tense. Please try to solve this and put it in the comment section. I will check it out and tell you whether it is right or wrong.